Oh, I'm sick. Okay, so Donald Trump's running for president, and I had no idea at first. In fact, when I first heard this, it was at the end of his comedy roast. He said, I'm gonna run for president, and I just thought it was like just an outrageous statement. In fact, I just trolled through Facebook and I noticed he's giving speeches and stuff, but I figured it was like comedic relief, maybe a little gimmick that the news is trying to do to get young people to tune in, because, you know, a lot of them just don't give a shit. I'll be the first to admit that I am completely brainwashed by media. I'm an intellectually interested person, but I'm not an intellectual person, if that makes any sense to you. Basically, I form an opinion by all the shit just thrown into my face, and I kind of want to put a stop to that. So what I typically do is I'll ask like a controversial question on Facebook and just watch the chaos and kind of research a little bit from there and just form my opinion off that. So it helps a little bit. It's a little bit better. Because honestly, I don't know. I'm up here in Canada smoking weed with Justin Trudeau. He stops by all the major cities and smokes weed with the most popular potheads. So anyway, without further ado, this is a list that I found of very controversial things that Donald Trump supposedly said. There's a couple of them I can't find legit sources for, but that's kind of why I'm doing this video, so maybe you guys can shed a little light on this. So, you know, it doesn't really matter what the media, right? As long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass. I honestly can't argue with that. I mean, seriously, he just kind of proved my original point that I just believe what the media throws in my face. If there was a weather girl that told me it was gonna rain lava, but she had that banging beautiful everywhere, then geez, I might take it into consideration. Global warming was created by and for the Chinese to make US manufacturing non-competitive. Let's ignore the fact that he's basically saying that China would invent an overheating of the earth catastrophe just to economically compete. Other than that, it's just kind of a super outrageous thing. And then he says, I will build a great wall, and nobody builds a wall better than me. Believe me, the wall I build will be very inexpensive. I'm gonna build it on our southern border, and I'm gonna make Mexico pay for that wall. Mark my word. So I get what he's saying here. He has a real problem with, illegal immigrants coming in from Mexico for several different reasons. I mean, a lot of people fear for that stuff because when you think of that, you think drug cartel and all kind of stuff like that. But believe it or not, there's a lot of people just trying to make a living, trying to escape the horrible place that is Mexico. I mean, Mexico might be nice, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, why is everybody fleeing here? Either way, I stand by illegal immigrant policies. I mean, we should, you know. That being said, he says, when Mexico sends its people, they're not sending you. They're not sending their best. They're sending people with lots of problems, and they're bringing their problems with them. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. But I assume some of them are good people. In my opinion, that's just a total hate brewing kind of thing. Like, I'm all about the belief that these higher ups, these very rich people, they like to stir the pot with the middle class and lower class. Get everybody hating each other and scurrying around so they completely miss what they're all doing up here to get lots of money. In a separate situation, he apparently said, the wall will go up and Mexico will behave. So then he says, our African-American president isn't having a positive impact on the people that are so happily and openly destroying Baltimore. This is one that I could not really find a legit source for, and I really hope that it's not legit. Laziness is a trait in the blacks. Black people counting my money. I hate it. And then he apparently said, the only people I want counting my money are short guys wearing yarmulkes all day. Well, every day. He said every day, if he said it. So outside of politics, he said that if he was running The View, he would fire Rosie O'Donnell. He would look at her right in her fat, ugly face and say, Rosie, you're fired. That's kind of funny. I mean, that's something I would say to my friends on Call of Duty or whatever. So, I don't know, I just think that's kind of funny. That kind of makes me like Donald Trump. But I mean, in all honesty, is it befitting of a president to be saying things like this? I don't know. He's not gonna have rosies though, that's for sure. I'm gonna throw this one in there just because I could use a little more info on it. This is in regards to President Obama. He said, a certificate of live birth is not the same as a birth certificate by any stretch of imagination. What do you mean? Free trade is terrible. Free trade would be wonderful if we had smart people, but we have stupid people. This one I know is authentic because I saw it live on television. This is in regards to John McCain being a war hero. He said, he's not a war hero. Oh, he's a war hero because he was captured. I'm sorry, I like people that don't get captured. Sorry to say. They're really fishing for the stars with this list that I'm looking at. This one says, all the women on The Apprentice flirted with me, unconsciously or consciously. That's to be expected. I see nothing wrong with that statement. It's probably true. The man's got more money than God. I think I might point my stance onto one toe and give a little turny when I'm talking to him. But do I hate Donald Trump? No, I don't hate Donald Trump. I just find comedy in a lot of things. I got a lot of friends that are 100% behind Donald Trump, and I have friends that think Donald Trump is the scum of the earth. Why? I don't know. But I found this list and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd post it. Maybe some of you guys can post some of the nice things Donald Trump has said and some of the good intentions he has, and maybe some of you can authenticize some of the things that were said here. Because I don't know if a lot of them are true. I saw a couple on video, but some of them could just be blatant, made up shit. Do me a favor and subscribe. Share this video.